What is going on, people? I am back live. Shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure that you let others know that I am live. You see the topic, you see what we're going to talk about, man. Make sure y'all like the stream as you come in. I'm going to play these instrumentals and I'm going to come back on my commentary. All right? Yo, are you there? Shout out to everybody that's here. Hopefully there's no buffering. Let me know in the chat room a thumbs up if everything is cool. All right. Let me know if everything is cool on y'all end. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like the stream. Shout out to everybody that's here. You know? But yeah, let me know in the chat if everything is good on y'all end as far as the stream is concerned. You know? No buffering. Okay. Just want to make sure it's running smooth before I get into it. Okay, y'all say everything's good. Okay. I'm going to monitor it. So skipping a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's here, man. We're going to talk about these single mothers. And the reason why I'm speaking about this topic is because of the whole DeMarcus Cousins situation and how single mothers put themselves in a very bad position. They seem to not care about their own perceptions, and it's their own behavior. They think that they're being reactionary, but it makes them look bad. And we're going to get into it and how these single mothers, why they're so single, why men don't commit to them, why men don't want to have more kids with them. Accountability is a must. You can look at Future's sixth baby mother. She already had a kid by another man before she even got with Future, you know? And that situation just seems, that situation just seems like a disaster from the start. But she went along with it because she was going to get a baby, or her perception would get a baby by a rapper. And now on social media complaining about it. And no one feels sorry for her. But we're going to get into that. Make sure y'all like the stream. Hold on. Hold on a second, people. Shout out to every one of the mods that are here. All right, let's see what's here. Take Man, Ayo, Vern, Gerald, True, Destiny, Miranda, Gerald, Sean, T Malone, aka Kelly, La Original, Kaheen, Gerard, Rachel, Muhammad, Johnny, Ill Wills, Margot, Sasha, John, named John, 757, Nubian Life. Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream. We are live here once again. I know I didn't go live yesterday, but I made sure that I went live today. A lot of times it could be as simple as not having a topic. You know, sometimes you don't have a topic. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to say a few things before I get started too. Oh, you do, Laura? Yeah, I'm gonna take phone calls, but I want to speak on this first. Y'all know you, Latasha. Oh yeah, we definitely about to have a session. We about to have. I'm definitely about to counsel the people, and this will be not premium. This will be a free lesson. The premium, I'm gonna go in, probably use some foul language. I may do a separate one on Patreon for the ones who want to listen the most. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta speak to you single mothers, because y'all are really out here fucking up, man. Or at least the women of your grouping are with their behavior and how they think that people are going to continue to deal with it. But I just want to say this, you know, as far as the content that I produce goes, again, I like the direction that I'm going with the different topics that I have done. You know, I'm going to keep going in that direction. No, this is going to be very filtered. This is YouTube. I've been flagged way too much to put, you know, my, you know, just go all the way in, because people got feelings and their feelings get hurt very easily. You know, like this female commented on a video I did about Cardi B about a month ago. And she talking about why I didn't have the same energy for ASAP Rocky's situation. And I had to politely put her in her place and say, listen, I've been talking about the ASAP Rocky situation and how y'all canceled him while he was locked up because he wasn't, you know, an activist, or because he didn't date black women like that. You know, this kind of stupid stuff that you see. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people don't take some of you females seriously. They don't. That's why guys are walking away more and more. And also, I'm going to address, sooner or later, I'm going to address you TFLers, aka incels, but you TFLers, I'm going to address you sooner or later, because you weak. Look, hold on, let me get to the super chat. Shout out to that, man. Jay, you my brother. Here is a drink on me. TGIF. Salute to everyone in the chat. Live life to the fullest. Don't allow people to derail your happiness, dreams, or goals. Salute. Let's get it. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. That means a lot, man. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully you having a good Friday, and everybody else in the chat is having a good Friday as well. I know y'all been working hard all week. The football season has started, officially started, I would say this week, because they had some games on yesterday. And they're going to have games on tonight, and they're going to have games on tomorrow night. Oh, man, what is going on with the stream? The stream is giving me all types of issues. Y'all hear me? Are y'all here? It says buffering. I don't know why it's buffering. Hold on. Let me see if I change something up. Shout out to the good nurse. Hey, no going live while I'm at work. Okay. Well, turn in your work schedule. Hold on. Let me remove some of this. I don't know why it's buffering. What's going on, Maria? It says I'm back on, but it's like, come on now. But yeah, we gonna get into it. This stream may not be long. I mean, the way this thing going may not be long, but we gonna get into it. Let's talk about these single mothers, people. Let's talk about a single mother squad attacking you. I don't know, man. Maybe they are. Who knows, man? I haven't even gotten into the commentary yet. You know, just hold off. What's going on, Nate West? Shout out to everybody. Says salute to the new people. I haven't even really got to the meat of what I want to get to. But anyway, like I was saying, man, this is gonna be a cool, you know, weekend getting it started. I know some of you who have kids who do sports are probably going to be at a lot of games this upcoming weekend or so. Gospel about Jay does love work. Oh, of course, Maria. Of course, it's gonna cause people to be upset. But I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you single mothers get you a man. Ain't y'all tired of being single? You know, aren't you tired of having to deal with the same dead-end relationships? Let's go. You know? Now, I want people to understand this whole situation with DeMarcus Cousins and Future. Y'all know I did videos on them. And the behavior of DeMarcus Cousins baby mother. Okay. And how she was just very bitchy when it came to allowing his son to go to their son to go to his wedding. And it really didn't need to get to that point. Oh man. And the thing is that as much as you may not like your ex, you need to allow him to be a father to his kid. Y'all don't have to get along all the time. As a matter of fact, what was crazy was that towards the end of last month, when she started dating this NFL player, everything seemed to be on good terms. You don't see DeMarcus Cousins say, hey, don't have no new dudes around my son. But as soon as DeMarcus Cousins wants to go and marry another woman, you on the phone recording this guy, knowing this guy is emotional and says emotional, erratic things. And you're on the phone casually like, no, like I ain't gonna let you see your son. And a lot of these single mothers play these games, and what they don't understand is it's only gonna make you look bad. Stop playing games with these dudes, man. They're not playing with y'all. Some of these guys are going to smarten up and take you to court to get custody. Some of these guys, may end up going further in a direction that hopefully they don't go into. But that's what's happening, and that's what's going to happen more. I don't condone what DeMarcus Cousins said, but we don't know the relationship. She could have done a whole lot of foul things to this guy, and we don't even know. And these single mothers, they do this knowing full well that the world is going to see this. The men that they deal with is going to see this. The potential men they could deal with are going to see this, but they don't care because it's all about making the other person feel bad, getting back at them. You're hurt because they never married you. If you were marriage material, you'll be married by now. But because you have some of these women who ain't marriage material, they're not even relationship material. They'll just get with a guy for a couple of months, and when that guy gets bored, he ends up leaving. He bounces because he's not dealing with you like that because he sees the type of person you are, and he wants to limit the amount of damage you can do to his life. He don't want you to mess up what he has going on. So he's going to make promises. He's going to sell you dreams. But at the last minute, he's going to leave. Because he's going to say, I don't know if I can deal with this person. This person may not be the one for me. And you're upset because another woman is getting the fruits of what you thought you were going to get. That he chose somebody that he felt like was more marriage material than you. I tell women all the time when they tell me that we as men, we want the IG models. We want the thoughts. These dudes don't be marrying thoughts. Look at the women they marry. Those women are classy. They're sophisticated for the most part. They're not on social media, putting themselves out there, advertising themselves. These guys aren't marrying those types of women. Very rarely do they marry those type of women. Make sure that y'all like the stream. I want y'all to understand something, man. I have nothing against women who've had kids from guys that they were in relationships with or married to, and y'all had kids together. That's going to happen. That's normal. That's natural. Fine. But when you are giving your ex a hard time and you're dating somebody at the same time, do you really think that that guy is going to look at that and overlook the way that you're treating the other man and say, well, that ain't going to happen to me? No, he's going to say, dog, man, I ain't having no kid with her. He's going to be like, you know what, man, I'm having fun. We kicking it. But when it comes to being ready to be out, they're going to be out. You know? I know that people may listen to me and say, well, you know, that's one situation that has happened, but I have seen it over the years where you have women who are raising children who, if that man moves on to another woman, they're upset, they're in their feelings. When they really don't even need to be in their feelings. They really don't. But because they see that guy's happy with somebody else, they use their kid as like, wait a minute, no. You know, we have to communicate better. You haven't communicated better enough. Like, what does that even mean? Is your kid and his kid. It's both of your kids. It's not just your kid because you're a single mom now. It's both of y'all kids. Listen, if he's paying child support, it's both of y'all kids. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if y'all talk every day. Listen, co-parenting parents don't have to talk every day. They don't. You have your life, he has his. You should only speak to each other when it's about your kid. You don't have to hang out with each other. You don't have to be best friends. But it's almost like you have females who want that. And that's never going to happen. Not today, not no day. And then we see these situations where these women are calling the police on their exes. They're getting restraining orders on their exes, all to keep their exes from getting the kid. And then you got society that will get mad at a man who pursues full custody. As if men aren't supposed to have full custody of their kids. You know, like what? Of course, men should want to have full custody of their kids if they feel like their kids are not going to be in a good environment. Now, for the women who screwed up and had a baby by a guy who just ain't shit, you should learn from that situation and make sure that any man that you come across, you deal with and you choose. First of all, you choose better and you deal with that person from a different, deal with your ex while you're with that new guy from a different place. Even though he ain't shit, you still got to respect the fact that he is your kid's father. And eventually the person that you are with is going to see whether that guy is who you say he is. You can't be the one getting into arguments about certain things with him on the phone or text message, going back to the new guy, telling him your ex said this, her ex said that. Because we as men, if we're dating a woman with a kid, we don't want to hear that. Now, this from a perspective of, I'm speaking from a perspective of somebody who may go and date a woman who's a single mother. They're not going to want to hear about your ex all the time. They just not. They're not going to care about what's going on with your ex. They're not. And I think that a lot of times, shout out to Greatness 81. Yeah, Matt Barnes definitely did that. He definitely did that. I think that for the most part, people just don't understand that. People don't understand that perception is everything. You're complaining about your ex to me like you want me to go do something. I'm not about to get involved in that. But it's almost as if they want us to get involved in their business, and we as men ain't trying to get involved in your baby daddy drama. We just not. We're not going to get involved. Keep us out of it. I think that's our mentality, is that we don't want to be, a part of whatever it is going on, because we don't want to be put in any positions that is going to impact us in a negative way. Now, I want to say this. I know that there are men out there who don't want to be fathers in their kids' lives. Those are the type of men I could see that you having an issue with them. But if a guy wants his son to come to his wedding, which means he's going to be taken off of your hands for a little while you can go and do whatever you want to do, that shouldn't be a problem. Why is that a problem? Why do you have to get into it with the guy because he don't show you enough respect? That don't matter. Because at the end of the day, The only thing that matters is the well-being of the kid. Never let that kid know what goes on between you and him. Those kids should never know what's going on between you and their father. Never. But women, especially a lot of these single mothers, have made it to where the kid got to know every aspect of what's going on with their father, as far as him not paying enough child support or him not wanting to be around the kid, even though you're probably making it difficult, because men are not going to be fighting with you, and then they got to deal with the courts, and then they got to deal with their job. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys don't want to fight a lot of those fights, so they're going to choose one to not fight. And I would hope that they would choose to want to be a part of their kid's life. But there are guys who choose not to be because they don't want to deal with these annoying females who feel like that man owes them the world, even though they're not together. You know, I did a video today about Kevin Garnett losing his TV job, even though he's paying $100,000 a month in total support, until they're able to hammer out a permanent agreement. This guy does not make the same amount of money he made when he was a player. Why is he paying $100,000 a month? This guy had $77 million stolen from him, but he is still obligated to not only pay child support for his kids, which is fine, but to also pay her almost $50,000 in spousal support every month. For what? You were taken care of. You were pampered. Why do you need 50 grand a month as if you were in the gym shooting with them? So listen, people, if you are a single mother, what you need to do is work on being an overall good co-parent. Because let's say that your baby's father ain't shit, right? If he sees that you are willing to be a good co-parent, there's no drama. That person, he may work harder to be a better parent. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's going to look at him bad. But if you're going around telling people that that person is this and that, then it's going to go from one ear and out the other. You have to let perception play itself out. Because if you don't, then the perception is that you are the one who ain't shit, and you're the one who is being bitter in that particular situation. I can only speak facts, people, in this situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk most of the stream because it's Friday. I don't want to talk that much. Once I can turn this laptop on, I'm going to take phone calls, but you got to give it a few minutes. But make sure y'all like the stream. Listen, I know some very good single mothers. I know women who are single mothers who were able to get remarried. Okay? Had no problem finding another guy. Because they weren't in their feelings about their ex. They weren't following their ex's every move. They weren't in and out of court trying to extract more money out of the guy. They were moving on with their life. So we're going to get into it. I know there are going to be some people who may not like what I said, but I'm just giving y'all some real harsh honesty. I can't lie to y'all. I can't make it seem like everything is good. Look, people give me harsh analysis all the time, and I have to follow it, man. I have my flaws just like anybody else. But when it comes to raising kids, I think that we all need to really just take a step back and just listen to what other people have to say. Just take a step back and listen to what other people have to say. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're wrong as a person. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to let people make up their own minds. You have to protect your kids from hearing how their other parent is this or that. They will figure it out on their own. You have to give them that opportunity. Because if you're trying to create a reality, and let's say that kid grows up and they're around their parent, they may see themselves, you know what, my mother lied to me. You know? So I just hope that the single mothers who do listen to me understand where I'm coming from. Everything I speak on out of love, especially for women who really try hard and they may have made a mistake that they're trying to fix. Doesn't mean that they're not undateable. I just think that you got the single mothers out there that will continue to make mistakes. They will continue to deal with men they shouldn't, you know? And that's one of their flaws. All right, I'm about to put the number in the chat so y'all can call in. At the end of the day, it's all about the young ones, man. We got to make sure the young ones are able to have a childhood and not have to worry about what's going on with their parents, because kids bear the brunt of that. Kids are not dumb, man. Kids know what's going on, man. Kids know when you're not happy. They know when you're sad. They know when there's issues. Like, they can tell. So you have to make sure that you protect them from what's going on the outside. But as far as you as a parent, the truth is out there, man. You gotta want to embrace it. All right, I put the phone number in the chat. Y'all call in. I see some people's ready to call in. Go ahead and call in. Talk to me. Let me put the number back in the chat again so y'all can see it. All right. Number is 803-767-4101. I know y'all out and about. I know y'all like, why is Jay going live so early? Well, it's Friday. That's why. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody? Nobody's calling yet. If you can, go over to the Teespring store, purchase a couple things, man. Let's see. The weather has been nice so far, especially down here last couple days. All right, got a phone call. Let's see who this is. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
What's going on, Jay?
Yo, what's up, man?
Nothing much. This Humble Beast.
What's good, Humble Beast?
Nothing much. I figured I'd call in from work because I definitely feel you on this topic right here. I got two kids, but by two different women. They a month apart. So
okay.
My daughter's mother is like night and day. We co-parent. We talk every other day, saying, "Hey, your daughter needs this. Your daughter needs that." I said, "Okay, cool." My son's mother, it's like 11 hell. Like, she took me to court because I didn't want to be with her. Turned out she's still married. So the court system pretty much told me, because she's legally married, you have the rights to your son. So for her, she was like, "You got to respect me and my husband because, you know, we're taking care of them." I'm like, we can be co-parents. We don't have to like each other. But if my sons need something, let me know. She says, send me the cash. I can do more with it than you can. So I'm like, me and my daughter's mother had this relationship where she said, "Hey, your daughter need clothes." I go get it. Well, my son's mother, because I was working at Burleson, I would get like discounts, so I get like $400 worth of clothes for like $200, and I'm like, well, let me know what size you wear. I'll ship it to you. Nah, send me the cash. So to this day, we can't get along on the same page because she simply says that I need to respect her. We need to get along. We need to be best of friends, and you need to respect my husband. I'm like, hold up, I didn't sleep with your husband. I slept with you. Now I know you still had a husband. But some women, to be honest, they just feel as though if the relationship don't work out, then they're gonna be bitter towards the kid's father. And in the long run, when the kids find out, they looking like egg on their face.
Yeah, and that's why they go to court asking for more money, or they'll seek out, protective orders to keep you from being around your kid, man. And you got women that they will do some dirty shit, man. They really will.
Yeah, because it was a shocker when she took me for child support, my son's mother. And that lady told me straight up, she was like, unless you're the husband, you don't got no legal right to your son, so you can get the hell out of my office. And I'm sitting there looking like, so I can't see my son. So she said, yeah, you have to go through them too. You go deal with South Carolina. I'm like, okay, I'm back to step one.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is, man, is like, I would say at least find some medium ground. If you can't, then pursue it as far as you can. Because some of these women will take you there because they're hurt because you don't want to be with them. They'll take you to that point where you gotta say, "Fuck it, I want full custody."
And well, I tried to talk. My aunt tried to talk to a lawyer, and they pretty much told her legally, your hands are tied. So I've been trying to stay in the picture with a couple of my aunts just to keep a check on her since she don't want to communicate with me. So hopefully when he gets old enough, I can actually tell him what's really happened between me and his mother.
Yeah. Definitely do that, man.
Well, yeah, man. That's all I had to say. I appreciate the words, and keep up the great show.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Salute to the caller. All right. I had a couple people calling. Y'all call back in. I think that was you, La, I seen on the line. Y'all call back in. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
You already know what it is, nigga.
What's going on? What's going on, La?
Nothing much. Just listening to this pre-Sunday service that you got going on.
Yeah. What you think so far?
Doing the Lord's work. God bless you. Nah, but I've had conversations like this with females, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of them are very delusional, and they don't understand that the fact that you have a baby, period, makes you less desirable. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not a man, but I would assume that you're not as desirable.
I think for a lot of guys, yes. I think for a lot of guys, women who have kids are less desirable. Yes.
Yeah. So I was having a discussion with someone, and I've said this before. If you ask a man to describe the woman of his dreams, she doesn't have any children. If you ask a man to describe the woman of his dreams, she doesn't have a child. And a lot of females, they don't understand that. And I'm not saying that all single mothers are bad, because that's not the case. I was raised by a single mother, and yet you see me calling in with this info, you know what I'm saying? So there are some really great mothers out there, who unfortunately, even though they put themselves in that, in that situation, you suck it up and you do what you have to do, father or no father, because, that's not an excuse for not being a good parent. At the end of the day, if the father doesn't want to be involved, you still, one good parent is better than two. And sometimes one good parent can not fill the void of a father or a mother, but it takes the place of two, because that, you have a parent who completely dedicates themselves to the child and they put the child's needs first. So I'm fortunate to say that I had that. So, with that being said, I have the top 10 reasons why niggas is really not trying to fuck with baby moms. I'll make this quick if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first one is, I think that, you know, like I said, once a female has a child out of wedlock, you're less desirable. And it's kind of like you could have been a wife, but you chose not to. Because you know, having a child is a choice. We're all in birth control right here. So you chose to be a baby mother. So that right there, a man may feel like, well, you don't take marriage seriously because if you did, why the fuck did you have a baby, you know, before you had a husband?
Right.
Secondly, you know, if you have one kid, most men can look past one kid, maybe two. You know, 1 or 2 kids, fine. Or say, for instance, if you have a couple of kids, but they're by one man, that's okay. A lot of guys, it's like, all right, well, they all got the same father. But once you have a second baby father, it's like you didn't learn. You know, you put yourself in a situation, okay, then you turn right back around and put yourself in another situation, you know what I'm saying, with the same kind of dude that was like the first. So it's kind of like, if you're not capable of making sound decisions, you know, what nigga's really gonna want to fuck with you?
Yeah.
Thirdly,
yeah.
you know,
like
I
hold on, like
I don't think it's fair.
Hold on, La, you hear me? What I was gonna say is, that's the thing. Like, I don't even think there are men who have issues with women having kids. I just think that it's the way that they handle their situation, how they handle themselves. Dudes don't want to get caught up in that web. They're like, oh man, look how she talked to her ex, man. Nah, look how she always bringing them up in conversations. It's like, you know. And also, you also have the element where guys don't want to be, you know, a stepdad. They got guys who they don't want to be in that situation too. So you have those variables as well.
Yeah, that was my next point. You know, expecting a man to invest in a kid that came from the last man's nutsack. That I just feel like it's absolutely fucking delusional. I personally believe that your relationship with your partner and your relationship with your child are 2 separate relationships, and they should be separate unless you guys decide that you want to get married, then that's different. But while you guys are dating, you should keep those relationships separate, because what happens if you guys break up and your child actually likes this person? Now you bring another dude around. Then that dude, you know, no parent, and this goes for men and women. Your children shouldn't be seeing people come in and out, in and out, in and out. This is exactly why I feel like, as a parent, you should put your desire for a relationship on the back burner. It should come second, you know. And the next reason is a lot of females act like they have no kids. There's more bitches with kids in the club than single females.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go out and you want to party. Obviously, your child is not a priority because, I feel like there's certain things you should give up when you decide to have a kid. And that party and shit and going to clubs and shit is one of them. I just don't, you know, I know if I decide to go to a club, I don't do clubs, but if I decide to go to a club, I'm not trying to shake that ass on nobody's daddy. I'm not trying to make you clap on nobody's father. I just feel like it's weird. You have a kid, you should be at home with your kid.
Yeah.
You know, not being humble. You don't have...
Well,
a lot of females who have kids feel like they're entitled to a good man.
Well, that's the problem. If they're entitled, then it's gonna hinder their relationship. You can't be entitled to anything. You know, you got to go out there and continue to.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm single and I don't feel like I'm entitled to anything. So how do you fuck around and have a whole fucking baby and you still feel like you deserve a good man? Bitch, that boat has sailed. You gave that up.
Well, hold on, I like what you're saying, but you know we gotta keep the language to a minimum. It's a family show, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no cursing?
No, I mean you curse. I mean, but you know the chat is like getting uncomfortable. At least a few people, so I'll just bring that up. But you good though? You good?
Yeah, but just being humble, or you know, if you have a kid, you know it is what it is. What's done is done. You know you can't take it back. But I feel like, if you do have a kid, you should be working towards something. A lot of guys get turned off by girls who have kids, not necessarily because of the kid, but it's like, okay, you have a kid, but you're not working, or you don't have an education, or you're not in the process of, you're not making any steps towards, you know, doing anything to better yourself. You know, and those are just some of the reasons why I think, you know, you don't have your finances together, which, to be honest, that's kind of expected. Yeah. When you have kids, because they do take up a lot of your finances. But those are some of the reasons. Or just being desperate for a man and putting them, you know, I think I would assume that any man who decides to date a woman with kids, he expects that the child is going to come first. So to be with somebody and you see that they care more for you, or they spend more time with you than their own kid, that could be a turnoff as well. So
yeah, I agree. But thank you for the thanks for the call. I got to get to some more of these callers. But thank you for calling in. Love the energy, and I appreciate you calling in. All right.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. Bye.
All right, you too. Bye. Shout out to Live with the call. Always ends up. I seen a bunch of people calling in. Y'all call in. I'm trying to get y'all calls in because the show is not going to be too long. So I want to get as many of y'all on as possible. Y'all want to call in? Yeah, I mean, La got energy, man. She brings it. I know some of y'all don't like the way she speaks, but that's her. You know. I don't think La is Hispanic, Miss Glitter. She says she's a black female, not Hispanic. But I appreciate you and others being here on this Friday afternoon. Make sure you give a like. Miss Glitter, did you give a like? T. Malone said she gave a like. Cool. Shout out to everybody that's giving a like to the stream so others can see what we trying to do over here. Y'all know I like to challenge people. You're live with Jada Black. What's happening?
Yeah, say something real quick about, single mothers being undateable. So, I was with, one woman who, she was a single mother. She had 2 kids, they're under 10.
Uh-huh.
But the problem was she was still kind of stuck on her ex.
Uh-huh.
And so, she was basically saying that she's over it, but she's not. You know what I'm saying? Like you say you want to be with me, but you gave him the keys to your place, but you say you're over him. And here's a perfect example. Like we was about to, go back to her place, just chill out, just watch a movie or whatever. And next thing you know, I see this dude on her bed. And I'm like, what's he doing here? And she was like, oh, he's here just to see the kids, and nothing else going on. But
yeah, your background is staticky, bro.
So why he's there sleeping?
Yeah, you got a little static in your phone, man.
My bad. Yeah, so I just want to say real quick, just most of them are still kind of single because they still, stuck on their ex. And they keep bringing up their ex, because like the baby daddy or the ex-boyfriend, ex-husband. And so I just feel like if you just get over it, then, you'll be dateable. So, that's my thing for today.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks for calling in, bro. Appreciate it. Much appreciation, man. What's going on, Naima? Shout out to you. I appreciate it. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up, Jay? It's Ty City, bro. What's happening?
What's going on, Ty City?
Not much, bro. Yeah, man, this is why I got custody of my son, bro. Real talk, man. This baby mama drama and all this other bullshit, man. It's completely avoidable, bro. Just keeping it 100, man. Bro, niggas gotta stop letting these bras run off with their children, dog. Real talk. You gotta go to court and fight, and at least try to make an attempt, man.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would rather have custody of my kid than go through the drama. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So shit, I'm saying if a chick got kids, I got a kid and I ain't dealing with no chick who got a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because one kid plus another kid is too many kids. You feel me? I ain't doing it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And as far as all this baby mama stuff, bro, we as men got to put ourselves in the mind frame that if a woman don't have a healthy relationship with her baby father, nigga, you next.
Yeah, that's why I make the videos, bro. Because some of these guys, it'd be it's not gonna happen to me. So it's they'll still deal with a woman. You see the signs, right?
I can't deal.
You see the signs and you just ignore it.
I can't deal with a woman who collects child support that. Nigga, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Knowing what I know about the whole child support system and that she's willing to play those games, especially if the father wants to be involved with his child, like, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like these women, they know there's always going to be some simp-ass nigga that's going to step in and rescue her or be there. You know what I'm saying? And shame all the other dudes who don't want nothing to do with that whole system, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing, man. Stop letting these brides run off with your kids. It is not a criminal offense if you take your kids. It's a civil suit. She can call the police all she wants, but as a civil matter, it is not a criminal matter. And all y'all letting y'all baby mama cohabitate with felons, you can also get custody of your kids that way too, because these bitches be having whoever right kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, real keep like don't let the bras, man. You have a kid with one of these chicken heads, man. You gotta stay 10 toes down, bro. Real talk for your children, because these women don't even care about the kids.
Yeah.
And as far as like being in a relationship with a chick who got kids, you are going to have to help her. Even if she getting child support, she's gonna need more help from your goofy ass. Don't do it.
Yeah. All right, Ty City, man.
Get your money up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, finish up.
Get your money up, get your resources up, and don't waste them on somebody who made bad decisions already. They already out the game. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks, Ty City, for the call. I appreciate it, man.
All right, bro.
All right, shout out to Ty City, man. With that one. Oh, man. Okay, call back in. Shout out to Rose Scholar again. Says when you get an Asian wife, you will understand the nuclear family. Okay. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, Jay?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Hey, shit, bro. I'm going to say one thing right quick, then I'm going to tell you a quick little story, bro. Like, man, once you was a black man or you a certain age, bro, you got about two choices, bro. Either date out, date women that's hella younger than you, because once you hit your, like, 30s, bro, it's damn near impossible to meet a chick that don't have kids, bro, especially where I'm at, bro. But I'm going to tell you a quick story, bro. My cousin, he live on the East Coast, right? He come down here, me, my sister, and him, right? We go to a little strip joint, right? My sister get us both lap dances, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting my lap dance or whatever. The little chick like, I need you to help me out. I'm like, what you mean help me out? Look, I got a baby or whatever. I'm like, all right, that's cool. She's like, hey, look, I'll let you get the pussy for $70, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, baby, I'm cool, whatever. So, like, I go out there, right, and I tell my cousin that story, right? And he like, man, they got bitches down here selling pussy for $70. Where's she at? You know what I'm saying? I point out to her, whatever, and, like, she charged him $80, though. But, like, anyways, right? That chick is going to be out here in the dating game, bro. She wasn't but nothing like 20, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she going to find some simple-ass nigga to take care of her and her kid or whatever real soon, bro. So I just want brothers to be aware of what you got going on out here, bro, when you meet these chicks, bro.
Yeah.
But that's all I wanted to say, Jay.
Okay, all right. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Peace, man.
Peace. Hey, Miss Glitter, you gonna call in? Miss Glitter, why don't you call in? You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Don't do it.
All right, Ty City, man. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
What up, Jay?
What's good?
It's Miranda.
What's good, Miranda? What's good with you?
What's good? I finally made it on.
Yeah. It's been a while.
For the second time.
Huh? Yeah, second time.
This topic is very sensitive to me.
Yeah, I know. You had your son
very sensitive.
On the last time, like, you had your son with you, right? Like, on the phone. I think, right?
I can't hear you. Is that my phone or your phone? I'm actually calling from my house phone because it's buffering on my cell phone, and I didn't want the signal to be, acting up. So. Okay,
well, can you hear me?
Yeah,
all right.
I can hear you.
Okay, well, cool. What you got to say on it?
So I don't even know where to start with this. You kind of like intertwine this topic with single moms in a lot of your videos. But it's a very sensitive topic to me because I have been raising my son, you know, I would say pretty much, I mean, I'm not going to say by myself. I would consider my kid's father as, you know, being around type of guy. We live in the same town, and he's around, but he has other kids. My son is the middle child. I know you kind of know certain things about me, but you know, I don't know if you don't really know all the detail because I'm 41 years old. I have a life biography that I could go on for days about. But as far as being a single mother, you know, I didn't plan on being a single mother. You know, I've learned from having one child at, you know, I was 29 when I had my son, and I learned at that age that I didn't want to do that again, you know, and I just kind of like I went ahead with, you know, understanding that he wasn't going to be what I needed him to be. But we still, you know, we co-parent and we still have issues. So, you know, when you say certain things like, you know, bringing them to court and, you know, still being angry over the fact that you're not together. You know, I wish you were around when I did feel those feelings, you know, early on. I had him at 29, and I would say a lot of those feelings occurred when I was like, you know, early 30s, 32, 33, 34, and he was a complete asshole, moved on to somebody else, and had another child with someone else. And that's going to bring me to that, okay? Like I told you, my son is the middle child. He has when I met him, he had a 5-year-old. Okay. And his oldest son is 19, and my son is 12, and he also has a 5-year-old daughter. And that child is by a Hispanic woman that already had 2 kids. She already had 2 kids. She had their daughter, okay? And after that, she had another child. So now she has 3 baby daddies and 4 kids. So I get very in my feelings when I hear how black men, including yourself, when you guys get on us about having multiple children by multiple men.
That wasn't
not
but
just
hold on,
black women.
Miranda, I didn't say black women. I don't have black women in the title. I don't think I'm just talking about black women. And I'm not getting on women for having kids. Women having kids is natural.
No.
Now, go ahead.
And I'm not saying that, but a lot of times, like the men in your comments and sometimes your platform kind of just like gets on black women for having
that's a lot of
multiple children by multiple men, but you don't get on other races that do.
Yes,
and I'm clear.
Hey, Miranda, I'm here. Hey, you hear me? You hear me? Like, if you look at my comment section, okay, and you see what's said, why don't you go to one of the comment section of one of these female content creators and see what they say about us? You know, I think it's a little bit worse than.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to all types of channels. You know, women, and so I know what the talk is. But I'm just saying for all the men that kind of get on that bandwagon that it's always blown up when it's black women. But I'm a clear example of that. It's not black women. A lot of times it's non-black women.
Yes.
I had a child. I had a child, and when I had my son, I had already had my bachelor's degree. You know, I already went to a 4-year school, came back home. I went to school in Maryland, came back home to Jersey, lived, got a job. I was on my way in setting my career up. Got pregnant at 28 years old. You know, okay, I saw that's one thing, ladies. Don't go with potential. Like I told you, he already had a 5-year-old. Don't go with potential. I mean, he tossed a good one. It's fine. he just wasn't doing what I needed him to do. So, bam, I go back to school and get my master's at like 34. I started. I had my parents. My parents have been married. You know that. My parents have been married for 40. I'm 41, 42 years. I'm the product of a honeymoon marriage. Like, and you know, like my baby father, he says that till today. And guys that know me for years, they say that till today, that I have high standards on what a man should be or what I expect because of my father. Like, I had a father in my life. My father is very involved in my son's life. So, you know, for me, it's like ill when I see a situation like what my kid's father got himself into after me, and the only reason why he got himself into that situation is because he kind of like bigged up this girl because she was Hispanic. Like, she had 2 kids. I had one infant by you. I had an infant by you. You know, I was moving up the ladder with my job. I've been on my job for 10 years. Like, I had just started building my career. And, you know, as a black woman, I kind of feel like that wasn't good enough for you at the time. That wasn't good enough for you at the time, but you come and you meet this Spanish girl that is, you know, I believe she was like on Section 8 and all of that, but you kind of like overlooked that. But needless to say, I'm not even going to, my whole point is that 3 kids, 4 kids. 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. She has one after the kid that she has with my kid's father. The little girl's like 1 year old now. Yeah. And then her kid with my kid's father is 5. And needless to say, he would love for us to rekindle and get back together, but it just we've tried. It doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work. It'll never work.
Miranda, let me just say this. As long as you're co-parenting, you're doing the things necessary to move forward in your life, you won't have these type of conversations. These co-parenting is ridiculous. These conversations in your life won't really mean much to you because you are dateable. In your mind, you are dateable. So, you know, you're not these women who are out here making a show of themselves, making their whole, you know, making their situation worse by fighting, you know, with the ex, instead of just saying, you know what, if they're going to be here, they're going to be here. If they don't, they don't. If he wants, you know, my kid in their life, then I'll make sure that happens. But if it's a situation where they want to be in your kid's life and you're making it difficult, then that's mainly what I'm speaking on here. I'm not speaking on the general single mother. This is about women who makes things worse for themselves.
I've never made it difficult. I mean, I have certain, you know, he's raised by a single mother. His dad passed away like kind of like right before I met him. 15 years ago, but he's you know, he was kind of raised a little differently. He was raised in church. His grandfather raised him. His grandfather was like a pastor, but we've struggled, my son's 12, we've struggled over the past 12 years on what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Like, you know, with his baby mother that the third one, he like brought her around my son, didn't tell me, didn't discuss it with me. He was like 4 or 5 at the time. And then he was telling my son not to tell me. Like, you know, I didn't find out until they was already like 3 or 4 months in.
Why do you think he would have to do that? But why do you think he would have to do that if y'all moved on from each other?
Because we weren't technically really moved on from each other. We were still dealing with each other.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a lot of, you know, bullshit games that went involved in our shit. So and that you know, and a lot of times I feel kind of sensitive to the things that you say because you really don't know all the ins and outs of that man and that baby mama and that baby daddy.
Let me tell you this, Miranda, it could be a whole nother conversation that we could have, all right? Okay? I got to get on to some other callers, all right, Miranda?
Yeah.
Did you get a little bit out of your system?
Yes, you know, I definitely have. I just sit back and I listen like you're a therapist. Yes. But I said, you know what, I'm calling in today. I'm calling in today just so you can get a perspective of, you know, this 41-year-old single mother. Like everybody that's a single mother is not like miserable or just out here thirst trapping, trying to look for, of course I would want to be married, but you know, everybody in my family is like, why aren't you married? You're successful. You have a career. Your son's out of this world. He's an athlete. My son is an honor roll student. He's never gotten anything lower than a C. I've done all the right things, but I'm not married. And I'm fine with that, but everybody else isn't fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for the call, Miranda, and talk to you another time, all right? See
you back on the chat. Good to talk to you, Jay. Take care.
All right, you take care, too, all right?
All right, bye.
Bye. Shout out to Miranda with the...
Bye.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to Miranda. She had a lot to get off her chest. Now, Miss Glitter, are you gonna call in, or are you just gonna stay in the chat? Because you know, you have a lot to say, but we want to hear from you. We want you to call in. You can be the last caller of the day. Call in and really speak to the crowd. I mean, if you're not, then it kind of invalidates some of the things that you're saying in the chat room, because you're going at all these different women, but you haven't told your life story yet. Rose Scholar, knock it off, bro. Just knock it off. We don't insult supporters. Miranda is a supporter of the platform. We can't have that, bro. Knock it off. This ain't this type of chat room. I mean, I let people say whatever, but you can't insult people that are actually supporters of the platform. They actually are here. They, you know, buy merchandise. I know a lot of people who probably listen here ain't bought shit, but are in my chat room. You know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the supporters and the freeloaders. I see you. Make sure that y'all like the stream, man. I'm always making sure I give y'all good content, man. Whenever I see as many comments as flying in this chat, I mean, Ro, you can say whatever, but, you know, I'm just saying, man, some of these comments are like, really, bro? Nah, you listen, Rogue, I'll let you be yourself, man, but, you know, some comments are just like, you know? Hey, just go to the site, bro. And I wasn't talking about you, Rogue. God damn it, Rogue. Wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about some other individuals, man. I'm talking about some other individuals, man. I'm talking about some other individuals, but you getting upset. But if you're going to buy something, man. Come on. Yeah, I'll let Miss Glitter say whatever she want to say without blocking her. I could have blocked her a long time ago. And she was agitating people not calling in. But Miss Glitter, do you want to call in? Miss Glitter, you want to call in? Miss Glitter, you gonna call in, Miss Glitter? Oh, yeah. I may take one more caller. One more caller wanna call in? Y'all call in. Okay, I'll put the number back in the chat. Hold on. Anybody else got the number? Oh, I gotta put it back. God damn, I gotta put it right back. Okay, Vern just put the number. Vern just put the number back in there. (803-767-4101). You know, because you know, saying a lot in the chat. Why don't you just call in? Shout out to Rogue again. Black girls from the projects look pretty. You know, I actually agree with that. There are a lot of attractive chicks from the projects, from the hood. Not just the projects, the hood. That's why they have multiple kids, some of them. That's why they have multiple kids. Like the stream, people. Let's go. Rogue called in a couple times. Been a while since Rogue called in. You're live, Jada Black. What's happening?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Scholar.
What's good, Rogue? What's good with you?
How you doing, Jay?
I'm all right, man. What's up with you?
Nothing much. Just sitting here enjoying.
Yeah, I see that.
Looking at the New York City skyline from my penthouse.
Oh, you
know.
So,
Jay, what I want to know is. What I want to know is, how come there are no Asian baby mamas?
I'm pretty sure there are some, bro. But you know, societal wise, you don't really see them. No, there's not a lot of them.
Okay, so my parents have been together like 50 years. I'm 37 years old, very successful.
All right.
Why is it that we hear these horror stories about all these men, but we never get the father's side? That's all I want to know.
You say we never get the father's?
Because this whole argument always goes back to men evil. You know, mommy can do no wrong. You know the whole shit. You're a crack queen mama. You're still a black queen mama. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I don't believe in that. You know, I don't believe in that at all. I don't think that if you are this and this, you're still a black. I don't believe in. I don't even call women black queens. So.
Yeah, I'm just getting sick of it. The whole matriarchy nonsense. You know, I didn't mean to talk bad about that girl and make jokes about her, but the way she was going, clearly she made a bad decision and she can't admit it.
Okay.
You know, a lot of these girls are. Well, some of these women are very bad decision makers, Jay. Very bad decision makers.
Yeah, hold on, Ms. Glitter.
And unfortunately.
No, I was speaking to Ms. Glitter. Say she was calling. I was telling her to hold on. But yeah, listen, you're all right. People make choices.
Yeah, they're very bad. Because me, the way I gauge a woman, you know, even though I'm married, I don't have any kids, but the way I gauge a woman is that I look at her mistakes as who her baby father is. That's how you look at a woman's mistakes.
Okay.
And when you see what these women are dating and what they had a child with, it makes you wonder, like, what else have they done in their life that's that fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, because, I'm not going to...
you know...
Listen, if a woman tell me she's a single mother and her boyfriend is doing, like, life or doing, like, 20 years in prison, I don't think I'm going to be interested in dating her. I can say that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, but there's always, what's that thing you guys call them, a simp? There's always some simp out there ready to answer the call, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to say something before I go. I think the bravest people in America are black stepfathers because the mess that he has to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Any man that's a black stepfather, I give it to that man. He needs a Medal of Honor because the mess that he has to clean up from what this woman did to clean up her mistakes, you know, it takes a special kind of man to be dedicated to do that shit. And fortunately, it's not me.
Right, because you got, you know, you in a good position right now with your, with your wife and all that, Asian wife, you know.
But then on the other end too, you know, some of these dudes just gotta put a bounty on their shit, man. Like they can't just because you're giving up the pussy, you don't have to take it. You know, some of these guys have to have discipline.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And then listen, when you undisciplined, you see what's gonna happen. You're gonna have a bunch of little juniors and young daughters and sons walking around here, different mamas and not even know each other.
Yeah, well, I think, Well, I have a little theory, and it sounds messed up. A lot of these hoods and inner cities, I think there's a lot of incest going on because some of these kids are going to school with their brothers and sisters and don't know who, don't know who's who, and they're sleeping with each other and having babies. I think that's what some of them are that messed up.
Yeah, I honestly believe that.
You got one
because you look at the mental illness that's going on. I can say that something is up. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to remember, Jay, like the aunts and the grandmothers are dying out. They can keep track of, who the fathers were of these kids, that was in those neighborhoods. You got one guy, who had the good hair in the hood, and he had all the chicks, and now his kids, he had one baby mother, two baby mothers. Now the kids are going to school with each other. And they don't know their brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Anyway, Jay, listen, man, have a good Labor Day, bro. Keep up the good work.
All right,
keep doing the Lord's work, Jay.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it, Ro.
All right.
Shout out
Take
to
care,
you, man.
man.
All right, man. Shout out to Ro.
No problem.
All right, shout out to Ro. All right, Miss Glitter, you can call in. Miss Glitter, call in. I'm gonna keep the lines open for you. You told me what your area code was, right? So go ahead and call in. Because this chat room is very heated. But, a good thing, I like that, though. I don't like a boring chat room where it's like 5 people, 10 people chatting. All right, you're live with Jada Black. What's happening?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
What's this Miss Glitter?
Glittery. You could call me Juanita.
Juanita, is her name? Juanita.
You can just call me Juanita. Yeah.
Juanita. Okay, Juanita. What's good? You're on the line. Yeah, go ahead and share your thoughts.
Well, I didn't want to come off rude in the comments. I think when people type things in comments, they always sound very bold. So yeah. I'm glad that you're giving me a chance to call. But more than anything, I feel Hispanic girls and melanated girls. I like saying melanated. I don't like saying the word that color. Because first of all, it's a very beautiful color. All colors came from that color. So when you get the sense of things in that way, you don't let things get to you. But I'm waiting for that time to happen, for that language to come within our people so we can start understanding. Because from both our cultures, both our cultures come from mothers that are very demeaning to their children. That's the first thing. Okay. I think I've been able to relate that with a lot of my friends that Hispanic parents and melanated parents, we're very demeaning to our own kids. Sometimes we don't even show them respect. Like, for example, like a Mexican parent, if they're talking and the little boy comes and says, "Oh, can you do this for me?" Right away, they snap and say, "You don't be interrupting me with a few bad words," So you don't see white folks treating their kids like that. They give them the respect to where I'm going to explain what I'm doing. I'm talking to someone. When I'm talking to someone, you need to let me talk, and then I'll help you. Or if it's important, I will stop and help you because you're my son. But we don't do that. So that is the first part that I've seen. I don't know. I like to pay attention to detail and everything. So I noticed that. And that alone is lowering the self-esteem of an individual to where when you grow up, you think that you might subconsciously put up with things without even noticing it. So I think us as a race, we end up doing that. When we go to work, when we do things, we have to put up a face. So when we go back to the where we live in our neighborhood, we're so quick to take it out on ourselves. So that's one thing. And then another thing is, I know we're talking about single moms and whatnot, but I believe this is a phenomenon that's happening within all races. There's a lot of single moms now because there's a lack of men wanting to do more. Like what men used to do for women, they don't do that anymore. And it's completely understandable because the way that women act now, we don't give men reason for them to want to do those things for us. So that goes back to the way that we're treated as daughters. The way that we're treated as daughters projects on the way that we are when we become adults, and subconsciously we are half of that, and then the other half is what we want to be. But part of what we want to be comes from what we are influenced with, and obviously, you know, all the stuff that comes on TV,
so let me
Cardi B and all that, and then you get a mix of that, and it's a complete an imbalance of what a male would actually want. So it's a complete unimbalance. Do you see what I mean? And that's just the first part.
Juanita, hold on. Let me ask you something. What do you see yourself at? I know we're getting off the topic. I really want to get to the single mother thing, but let me just ask you real quick. What do you see yourself as race-wise?
Like, what do you mean? Like in a like on a word description, or like what am I?
Yeah, like if somebody asks you, what are you? Or you know, what would you say?
I'm 25 years old. I have 2 kids. Okay. And I've been married. Yeah, I've been married for 8 years. I got married really young. So I noticed a lot of difference in the way that girls are, and I know a lot of that has to do because I had kids. But I think the girl that called the first time, I think her name's La Original, when she said how there's more girls in the clubs that have kids and all that, I think that's true, because I haven't had friends that have kids in a long time, because I noticed that when the girls that have kids, when I talk to them, they're so quick to leave their kids somewhere. And so I haven't had friends that are like that, because I'm with my 2 kids all the time. Okay. And it's weird because within the Hispanic community, you'll meet girls that don't have family here anymore because they already got deported. So things like that. So we won't have like family to leave our kids from. So we'll have some little bit of paranoia of leaving our kids anywhere, and that goes back to the culture. You know, we're raised to think something's going to happen to our kids because we're in a country where we're not supposed to be in, where we're not liked. So that alone stops us from doing those things. Now, the girls that are in this country, it doesn't have to do what race. They're helped to the point where they can leave their kids anywhere. So I cannot relate with girls from this country because they're so quick to leave their kids anywhere to be able to go out. So I just wanted to say, like, I agree with that so much, and it's a phenomenon that's happening. Like, what a real woman is considered now is a girl that works full-time for this Babylonian country, and I'm going to call it that because that's what it is. You know, it pushes women to work and leave our kids and our children to strangers for them to be raised by pedophiles and pretty much faggots. So, and I don't consider that a real woman. I don't consider that a real woman. To me, a real woman is, you know, what I remember, a caring, loving person that loves to nurture nature, and, you know, that feels bad even cussing. Like, I think females, it doesn't matter what race, we should feel nasty when we cuss, you know. So we don't feel that anymore because there's an imbalance. So if you want to find out where that unbalance is coming from, well, then you have to start searching what are the things surrounding us in the neighborhoods. You know, there's towers now, there's chemicals in our food, and that alone doesn't help. So when I see single moms, obviously because I have friends, there is, and it sucks because sometimes they end up getting jealous, or some girls that don't have kids, that they party a lot, they end up, you know, they end up being so used up that they don't look like bright anymore. They don't have that brightness in them, so they just look used up. So then when they really want a man to take care of them, there's no one, you know. So it's like a complete unbalance. And I feel like girls that are like that, that used to be, that are like that, it's very rare. Like that, that love to, you know, have a husband and care to him. I think I got scared of seeing everything that was going on around me, that I just decided to just do that and just close myself in that. So I think I'm part of that. I don't know how how to describe it in one word, but
well, I would
that's
say
what it is. And
go ahead.
Huh?
No, what you was gonna say?
Well, I just wanted to say one more thing is that about the toxins and metals, we need to be smart and realize that those things are in our neighborhoods. You know, they don't care about us. So whenever you walk around, look around your surroundings, because whatever grows from the dirt is what, you know, the Most High sent for us to feed off of. And it has seeds, you know, so take advantage of those things. And I would really want my people and everyone, like, especially us brown melanated people, to learn, like, to detox and to get rid of metals and toxins. Because when you talk about a group of people, like, you know, for example, right now, single moms, well, in my mind, it's like, well, a lot of single moms are, you know, they don't have money. So the way that I see them acting, it's all the same way. So I see it as a phenomenon. So conversations, it's petty to me if there's no, like, resolvement to it. So that's why I'm just going to say that, like, there's things like charcoal to detox with. There's so many things. And then you have to feed your pineal gland, you know, with oils. And I really recommend to do it when you're fasting. You know, all those things count, you know?
Ms. Glitter, I just want to say this, and I appreciate the call. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I just want to say this. You know, you have a very interesting perspective. You know, maybe you got off on the wrong foot with people in the comments, and I'm glad you were able to come on and really clear some of that stuff up, okay?
Sure. Well, thank you.
All right, thanks for calling.
Thank you, and thank you for for doing for doing lives and things like that, because it's hard to find lives nowadays, you know. So just by you know, doing this, it goes a long way, you know.
Right, cool.
So
all right, well,
thanks,
well, thank
and
you. Appreciate
you have a blessed day.
Okay, you do the same. All right. All right. Shout out to Anita with that call, regular call, and that's the last call of the day, people. That's it. I appreciate perspective. Hopefully she was able to change y'all perspective of her from the comments she made. You know, have some interesting things to say. You know, very interesting. And she says it's hard to find live streams. She must not be following certain channels. But I'm glad she's following mine. I should have asked Juanita about the that there was talk of a 13-hour Google Hangout and what her thoughts was on that, but or a 13-hour live stream, not Google Hangout, a live stream. Every time I think of a 13-hour live stream, I'm like, you know, I'm like, wow, 13 hours. But I appreciate that, Ms. Glitter Sparks. As a matter of fact, let me see. If you do videos, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to subscribe to you. All right. I try to subscribe to some people who make videos. There's interesting conversation, you know. Yeah, she might be new to watching certain videos, because there are certain live streams that be going hours upon hours upon hours. People falling asleep on it. But when I think of anything past about maybe a 6 or a 7 hour into a 10 hour or 11, 12 hour, I just shake my head like, wow. Wow. I'm like, shit. Some of these people got kids. We talking about single mothers. We got a ton of them on YouTube doing live streams. But number of hours, but you know, hey. I wasn't ready. I've been okay, Juanita. Okay. But this was cool, man. Sitting does all day. Oh man, some people can go when it comes to live shows. Not me. This is an hour and a half, and this is already too long for me. Okay. So shout out to everybody that's here. Y'all know I do appreciate it. Yo, you know what, Juanita, we definitely need to make changes in this world. We definitely need to make changes in this world. And, you know, we have the opportunity to do it. We have the opportunity to make those changes. You know, my perspective is different than a lot of y'all. People watch my videos and they think that I'm one way when I'm actually another. You know, I pride myself on being different. I pride myself on not being like everybody else. You know, I don't want to be like everybody else is boring. I want to be me. Everybody follows the same people. I'm against those people because I don't like what they stand for, what they're doing. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. I'm a very flawed motherfucker. You know, there's certain things I got to work on with myself, but I can come on here and speak the goddamn truth. They just found me as a cool. Well, it's a good thing you found me here while needing the rest of the new people that are here that I've never seen in my live streams ever. I welcome you to the stream. Oh, let me shout out some of these super chatters. Terrell Torrance. It's on my Rose Scholar speaking facts. Okay, Wayne Tillman. So you dudes are as emotional as females. Get off the titty, bros. You know what, Wayne? That's a good point, Wayne. I be trying to tell these guys about, you know, getting as emotional as women because women can control you. Shout out to Dollar Washer who's super chatted. Rogue was super chatting. Naima. Hey Haynes, dream woman equals no kids, value your gift to reproduce. That was some of the people who I want to shout out that I get a chance to shout out before. But y'all know I likes to keep it. I don't want y'all to come to my streams and just be sitting and be like not typing. I want to bring conversations that's gonna have y'all here, so I know who here. Roll call time. Roll call time. Auburn versus Oregon. I think that's a tough one, Ill. Goddamn, it's a tough one. That's a tough one, Ill. But I'm going to have to go with Oregon because they have an established quarterback. Or Auburn is the quarterback situation. I don't know about that. They just lost their starting quarterback from last season. So I trust Oregon's offense a little bit more than Auburn's unless Auburn can play. The only way Auburn wins is if they play good defense. If they play good defense, they can win. Because Gus Malzahn has won some games I thought he would lose. I see you, Denise. Hi, Denise. One of the day ones here. Shout out to all the day one people that listen, man. When they listen, and they may not type a lot, but they be listening. They be tuning in. You know, y'all got to understand I've been doing this for 4 years, man. 4 years. I've seen people come and go. I've seen people stay. I've seen people show support. I've seen people show fake love. You know? And the crazy thing is that you see it coming a mile away. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Shanjar? What's good with you? But yeah, college football back. I'm going to watch a little bit of it today. We got some high school games. I want to go to like a high school game this year. I haven't. It's been a while since I've been. But yeah, man, they got some games on tonight, tomorrow, this whole weekend. I'm gonna be busy. I may put up some content Saturday and Sunday, but there'll be no live stream Saturday and Sunday unless I just got to speak about something. So I'll probably start back that Monday. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, hopefully y'all had a good work week, man. I really do appreciate y'all being here and supporting. You know? So we want to end this on a good note. Yeah, Miss Good, let's wear, yeah, we need more women and more sundresses. Exactly. Why not? It's still warm outside. Y'all there. That's what I want to do, Unique. That's what I'm gonna do on my podcast channel, man. I'm gonna put up episodes where y'all can listen to me for an hour or so. Maybe do interviews, maybe have a co-host, you know. It's a good call, Shannon. Okay, cool. J Flow, good. Keep telling the fellas at Barbershop to tune in. Cool, J Flow. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. But yeah, man, follow me on social media, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, man. Keep up with the kid, man. Shout out to Jessica Lee. Love your content as always. I appreciate that, Jessica Lee. Shout out to you. Nothing like a nice woman, nice looking woman with a nice smile and, you know, fitting sundress, you know. The smile and, you know, being nice, because some people just don't know how to be nice these days, you know. They just don't. You know, the attitude everywhere, you know. But nonetheless, that's why I like coming in here and speaking to y'all, man, because I know a lot of y'all have been here. Y'all been listening to me. Y'all like the content, appreciate it. And that's why I work as hard as I can to bring y'all different variations of things. But a lot of it has a lot of the same messages. Some people may like it. Some people may not like it. But it's all about getting people to improve. You know what I'm saying? You got to get people to improve. And that's one of the main things I want for y'all to understand, is that everybody has an opportunity to improve and do better. And that's what we want. I want y'all to know. Okay. That's cool, Josh. Let's see. I think that's everything. Yeah, I heard about the hurricane, man. I'm gonna keep my eyes on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking to do. Because I want to see if it comes close over here. You know? But all right, people, that's it. I'll see y'all on the next live show. It'll probably be Monday. But thank y'all for coming through and supporting like always. Y'all know I appreciate that. Y'all are, you know, cool people. I love the support that y'all show me. And if there's any other topics, man, y'all send it to the email, man. Like, send it to the email. You know? And later, people. Also, let me say this. Don't make no bad decisions you might regret later. Have a good